of Exile is vast. There are entire sites dedicated to going through hundreds of talents, items and progression strats to make their characters the best possible with maximum damage, while also being able to survive. While some characters are built to support or soak up damage in the traditional sense, but again these are only some very individual specs in a sea of hundreds, it's easier if I just show you with pictures what to expect. Here we have the talent tree, and yes, that is for every character. Even with that picture, that's not even the entirety of the talent tree you'll find in the game for your character. These have numerous different paths that can completely rewrite your character, and how you play it. There are numerous different ways to play one specific character, and you usually need to decide on it before you even make the character, as a badly made character may cost more to respec than to create a new one entirely. You also have to take into account the harder difficulties and acts. Resistances play a huge part on harder difficulties. So much so that just having a lot of damage and health can still result in you being killed in one hit, and some monsters may be immune to your specific type of attack damage. So understanding that you will need to build your character for late game, rather than just leveling, and sometimes leveling becomes the hardest part, it's truly strange sometimes. On the other hand though, you have skill gems. They're used for all your skills in game, and will be tied in directly to the talent system, as they will require a certain level of attribute to equip, but also to keep leveling up, as your skill gems are based entirely on attribute points you may even have to go out of your way to level up a certain gem that can take you to weird places in your talent tree. It's also important to note that some gems will not be readily available to your class, so you may need to either farm for them, or buy them with the currencies, which leads me into the next part. The overwhelming amount of currencies and how to get them. Since there's no gold in Path of Exile, everything is bought and paid for with currencies. There are about 10-15 different currencies you will regularly use in the game, some small and common, others exceedingly rare and hard to obtain that will need to be worked on for extended periods, or just getting lucky with drops. The most common upgrades in currencies are tied to gems. You can sell items to the vendor to get part of the currency, then create it, or you can go stock to shop, which is essentially just looking for items that have linked to stock that sell very well to the vendor in terms of currency generation. These currencies are the game. Changing sockets, adding different items. Changing socket color, completely changing it into a new item. Corrupting it or purifying them. There's a currency for basically everything you need, and there's always a way to obtain it that isn't too time consuming, unless you're looking for extremely late game currencies to maximize your gear. As with Diablo, Poe is loot based. Your character can equip numerous items with almost no restrictions from classes. As with everything, the gear is based largely on attributes, which means you can be a caster running around in full plate armor if you have enough in strength to equip the pieces. But that very rarely happens, as taking points away from your main build is a great way to fall short at late game. Path of Exile has numerous interconnected systems that only grow the longer you play it. The harder the game becomes, the more critical your itemization and build become, as some things at the end game can be downright absurd to try and complete, even when you do everything correctly, but it also pays handsomely to explore when you first get into the game. Since there's numerous different acts and a vast multitude of classes' talents to create, you never know what the right assortment of gear or talents might be right for your play style.